All right, Year 9, welcome back this week for our second lesson. And as always, 10 quick questions to rock and roll with. Today, our 10 quick questions that we're just looking at doing some of our algebraic indices, which we covered last term. So just remembering a few things, a few points to help you out there. When I multiply numbers with the same base, we're going to add our powers. When I'm dividing numbers with the same base, we're going to subtract our powers. And when we have powers to a power, remember that m squared, we're going to multiply our powers. And don't forget this number 2 here, it's also got to be to the power of 3. As always, have a go at them without your calculator, and the answers are going to be at the end of this worksheet. Pause the video now, have a go at them, and I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, Year 9, well done on those 10 quick questions there. Today's our last lesson that we're going to look at SOHCAHTOA in terms of just identifying the trigonometric ratios. In the coming lessons, we're going to start using those trigonometric ratios to answer questions about triangles. So jumping into it again today, nice, short, sharp, and sweet. Some examples here. So the first example here, we need to name the angle that gives the following ratios. All right, so let's take our time and identify some of the information. So the first thing I would like you to do is let's just label our hypotenuse. We know which one's going to be our hypotenuse because it's always opposite our right angle. Now, we don't have the reference angle. We've been asked to find it. Name the angle, name the reference angle. So let's go look at our trig ratio. And the trig ratio that we're dealing with is the tangent ratio. So remembering our SOHCAHTOA, and that's right underneath my head, so I'll just move my head out of the way there. SOHCAHTOA, we're dealing with the tangent ratio. So our fraction needs to be in the order of the opposite side over the adjacent side. So looking at our fraction here, we know that 25 is equal to the opposite side, and we know that 60 is equal to the adjacent side. So let's go through and label them on our triangle. We know that 25 was the opposite side, and we know that 60 is the adjacent side. And remembering opposite means it's on the other side of the triangle to our reference angle. So the other side of the triangle to our reference angle, well, that's going to be in this direction here, right? So it looks like D is going to be our reference angle. Let's just double check that with adjacent. The word adjacent means it's next to the reference angle. Well, 60 is next to D, and it's next to the right angle. So over here, D must be our reference angle. So the answer to this question is tan of angle D is what equals 25 over 60. Moving on to part B. So again, very similar to the question before. So the first thing I'm just going to throw down there to try and help us out again is SOHCAHTOA. All right, and we need to identify which angle, when I look at it from cosine, gives me the relationship of 8 over 17. So again, throwing out there, 17 must be my hypotenuse because it is opposite the right angle there. Now we need to label the other sides of our triangle. So because we are dealing with cosine, we know that 8 must be the adjacent side because of the A, and we know that 17 is our hypotenuse. So we need to have side A as the adjacent side. And remember, the adjacent side is the side is next to the right angle and next to the reference angle. So 8 is next to B and it's next to C. Well, C is the right angle, so that must mean that B there becomes our reference angle. So the answer to this question, cos of angle B, is equal to 8 over 17. All right, your work for this lesson is the worksheet that's on the next page. Can you just please complete the highlighted questions, making sure you've got the worked examples down in your book as well. And as always, correct your work from the solutions, fix any errors in your working out, take a photo and submit it via Canvas or by Friday afternoon. All right, U9, take it easy, and until next time, have some fun with trigonometry.